Remember, folks, if you are paying attention to my little brother's Discord, you're experiencing an insane fic. But over here, you can actually have something you enjoy. Ghost of the Machine. Universal Colony Year 118. A time where the endless waltz of history continues unabated. Let's go back 1 year to the UCY 117. The Empire of Thalos declares war upon all neighboring star systems, the dozens of space and planetary colonies within them. The Empire's military power is at equal strength for each government they are at war with, so they are caught in a stalemate. However, halfway into the UCY 117, the Empire acquired a new weapon whose name would be heard throughout the future: mobile suits. These new devices smash through any and all resistance. The Empire now controls more than 95% of the area. We now return to the UCY 118. Aram Hasta has made a deal with 6 Marquis to finally take down the Empire. Clark Axum stood in the main doorway, eagerly waiting for Mariana's entrance. He still looked the same as the last time she had come. He still had the same short, impish figure and demonic grin. The main doorway opened, and Mariana walked inside, her guards on the other end. Your Eminence, how good it is to see you again. Have you come to file another complaint about the sale of mobile suits to your enemies? Mariana shook her head. No, my business is purely business. Now there's a language I can speak. What can I do to you today? Mariana smiled. I need something of mass destruction. Well, this is just pity! Melanie, no need to blame me. Den's hands raced across the controls of the transport ship, making it to go instant thrust without any pre-flight checks. The ship blasted off at an angle, ascending quickly. Behind them, the entire spaceport began to burst into flames, exploding behind them. Den once as he continued pushing the transport, desperately trying to make it outrun the blast. He succeeded as the exploding spacecraft transport dissipated behind him. We'll just hijack a transport and get our Gundams aboard, easy as pie. We had to hijack the whole friggin' port just to get past customs. Well, at least we got the Gundams about, didn't we? Yes, but that only after we had set explosives all over the place just to prevent witnesses. Now we're dead, we shouldn't have had to do this. Do what? Okay, too many people like this. I am seriously considering giving this up and giving Germany to another resistance. You won't do that. Why not? MFS8. What? Mother, father, sister, home. Forgot about those 4, didn't you? Melanie blinked and sat down in her chair. You're right. I'm sorry for yelling at you. No, it was my mistake to try to pull a stunt like this. But still, Iron sent the emergency signal, which means something must be up. Well, what's the plan once we get into space? We'll abandon the transport and head out in the Gundams. Go to the third moon. That's where Aaron's signal kicked in. How do we know this isn't some kind of trap? They could have captured Aram and Arsenal and sent out that signal to lure us all out. I sincerely doubt it. Only Aram knows the code for his own Gundam. And despite being an enormous pain in the ass, you won't break under torture. Also, the third moon is no place to set a trap. Mariana put the sanctions on the moon. She's a perfect mixture of true psychotic, overly cruel and takes pleasure in the suffering of others. But she still loves things that are beautiful. Third moon is known for its captivating beauty. Melanie was pressed against the back of her seat, feeling the soft material of the spacesuit rub against her back. She sighed as the Jubilee was released out into space. Melanie opened her eyes and looked at the main camera, feeling the feeling of zero gravity. She checked the right camera, seeing the golem being released from the transport as well. She saw a flashing light from her communications console and pushed the button. Den's voice came over it. Okay, since you don't know the area, I'll lead you to the moon. Switch your systems to autopilot. Melody nodded and compiled. Done. Okay, now I'll just switch. Melody, switch up to the autopilot. Melody checked on her systems again. I am! Then why is your Gundam moving away from me? What? Melody looked over her controls, seeing the main camera switch to left and right, move away from column. Melody switched off the autopilot, but was still moving in that direction. What's going on? Melody took the manual levers and moved in the opposite sides that the Gundam was turning, but did not stop it. I don't know. I don't have control of the Jubilee. It's moving on its own. Switch to manual. I'm on manual. The golem then checked the trajectory of which the Jubilee was heading. He gasped as his eyes got wide. Melanie, I pray to God you're just fooling around with me. I'm not. What's wrong with Jubilee? I don't know, but Jubilee's heading for Thalos' first moon, one of the Empire's primary military and scientific research bases on that moon. Melanie gasped once again, trying to take control. Thomas, look! You got 6 hours before you reach the moon. I'm calling for help. Dennis switched communications on going along range. English transmitter the third moon and down by the con channel. Aram, do you read me? There was nothing but static. Aram, this is Den. Come in, please. There was a static for a moment, but Aram's voice came on. Hey, did you get my signal? Forget about your signal for a second. I need you off that moon and over my end to help me. What? Something happened? Something's wrong with Melanie's Gundam. She has no control. Unless we find a way to stop it, it'll be in the hands of the Empire in 6 hours. Where are we? Signal cut out. Dan once again turned calm towards Jubilee. He thought about the last thing Aram said to him. We? On maximum thrust, I'll outrun you. Doesn't matter. The sooner we can save Melanie, the better. You speak as if you have feelings for this goal. Not really for her, for Jubilee. We need all the guns we can get. My plan's gonna work. Sex rolled his eyes. Talgees 3 and his arsenal were hiding through space, and they just cleared the atmosphere of the third moon. Talgees began to accelerate, obviously going faster than the arsenal. It did accelerate much faster than sensors picking up something. I'm detecting something entering through the atmosphere. Arn checked his own sensors. Was displayed the ascending object. He smiled. Don't worry. It's my friend. It's the Gallant. Gallant's the Gundam that Psycho Edmund pilots. Psycho? Just talk to him. Look at some of his military tactics. You see what I mean? Sex shrugged and opened the communications channel to Gallant, who was in wave rider mode. The signal was acknowledged and Edmund appeared on Sex's screen. He narrowed his eyes down. Who are you? See Sex Marquise. He's some guy who saved me from oxygen policing. Little cuckoo up there. Sex rolled his eyes. Recognize the material his Gundam's made of? Edmund looked over his readings. His eyes going wide for a moment, then returning to normal. The same as the Gundam we faced at Quasitai. Yeah, figured there was something wrong with that kind of armory. We could see a real soul in the Empire's HQ. That way it's indestructible. No, it isn't. I destroyed that Gundam we fought at Quasitai. Destroy Quasitai. By the way, have either of you heard of a man named Char Aznable? No. Nope. Well, anyway, we got a new problem. Melanie's Gundam's gone out of control. It's heading for Thalos' first moon. What? Give me the coordinates. Aaron transported the coordinates. Gallant immediately blasted out the direction it was in. See what I mean? Crazy. Sex sighed and gained maximum thrust on the tall geese. Melanie wins and kicked and punched the controls. Thomas, look! Melanie gave it one last kick. Still nothing worked. She put her face in her hands and sobbed, unable to do anything to stop her Gundam. She slowly looked up, seeing as he was 3 hours away from finally arriving at the moon. She sat back up in her seat. The blue leather one she loved so much. Closed her eyes and began to focus. Focused her mind on new type abilities, bringing it full pink. She directed them at her own Gundam, searched for the cause behind Jubilee's lack of response. She quickly found it. With the main control systems of navigation and propulsion systems, a computer virus had rewritten the controls so they were directed automatically, and not manually. The virus had been programmed to go off as soon as the pilot was engaged. Melanie returned her mind back to herself and opened her eyes. But how? How could a virus like that get to me? The only connection before a system I had was a disc that bitch Mariana... Melanie on her instantly. She gritted her teeth again. The disc. That metal's disc did this. Melanie slammed her fist down the console. By God, I'll rip you apart. Melanie. Melanie looked back at the communications console. She opened a channel then. Yeah? We're just about there. And you look at your end? Found the reason why this is happening. That disc Mariana gave me to locate how it was actually a virus. Clever one, alright. I'll deal with that later. First priority is to get Jubilee for that moon. Got no control whatsoever? None. Then we'll just have to pull you away. The four Gundams all quickly approached the Jubilee. Gallant and Talgees took hold of its arms, while the Gallant and Arsenal took its legs. Their reverse thrusters flared on, instantly pulling the Gundam away. From within it, Melanie smiled, only the fact that these people were willing to help her. However, her smile soon faded, as all the lights in the cockpit turned red. Warning! Emergency units are attempting to commandeer unit. Using protocol 447. Auto-destruct sequence initiated. 5 minutes until destruct. Melanie gasped. What? Melanie put her hands on the controls again, desperately trying to stop it. She sighed, realizing there was nothing she could do. She opened the channel once again. Guys, we have a new problem. Jubilee just activated a self-destruct sequence. There's no way I can stop it. How much time do you have? 4 minutes and 30 seconds. There's a brief pause. Get that out there now. I'll pick you up and take you to safety. Melanie sighed and closed the channel. She put her helmet back on and prepared herself for a vacuum of space. She looked around the cockpit. Well, girl, seems I'm going to be saying goodbye now. I know I've said over and over again how I hate you. It's your fault I didn't die with my people. Just as you saved my life. I'm sorry I had to leave you. Goodbye, Jubilee. Melanie pulled the emergency release on the cockpit hatch, opening it up. She looked out into the vastness of space, Gallus' hand catching her. Her Gundams quickly flew away. Melanie looked back at the Jubilee as it began to ignite fire. Several parts of it blasted off. Tears flowed down her face as the head exploded off, and the entire thing blew itself up. Boom!